Welcome to our channel, future millionaires. Today I'm about to show you how to make money online the easy way. And by easy I mean ethically questionable, highly discouraged and probably illegal in at least 3 countries. Leans in. This is strictly for educational purposes, obviously. Don't actually do any of this. Unless you want a new pen pal in federal prison. Seriously, the only thing shadier than these methods are those sunglasses you bought online that claim to let you see through people's clothes. Spoiler alert, they were just regular sunglasses. And now you owe your weird uncle 20 bucks. Alright, let's kick things off with everyone's favorite get-rich-quick scheme, becoming a motivational speaker, or as I like to call it, selling the illusion of success, one overpriced webinar at a time. Now, becoming a legitimate motivational speaker requires, actual qualifications and experience, but we're not interested in legitimate, are we? No, we're here for the fast track. Step 1, craft yourself a compelling backstory. Were you once lost and directionless, wandering the wilderness of life until you stumbled upon the ancient secrets of online marketing? Perfect. Embellish that tale like your life depends on it. Did you overcome a challenge? Make it seem insurmountable. Did you achieve a small victory? Now it's the moon landing of personal achievements. Remember, the key here is to create a narrative so compelling, so ridiculously over the top, that people will empty their wallets just to hear you say things like, hustle harder and manifest your destiny. Next, you'll need a digital platform. Create a website that screams, I definitely know what I'm doing. Bonus points for stock photos of yourself on a mountaintop, preferably with an eagle conveniently perched on your outstretched arm. Now start churning out content, and by content, I mean vague, generic advice that could apply to literally anyone. Remember, the goal isn't to actually help people, it's to make them believe you can help them. For a small fee, of course. Speaking of fees, it's time to monetize your newfound guru status. Offer online courses, webinars, personalized coaching sessions. The possibilities are endless. And don't forget about merchandise. Nothing screams, I'm living my best life, like a $40 t-shirt with a motivational quote you stole from a cat meme. But here's the kicker, you have to maintain the illusion of success at all costs. Lease a fancy car for Instagram photo shoots, rent a luxurious Airbnb for your live events, and whatever you do, never ever break character. Remember, you are the embodiment of success, even if you're secretly living off ramen noodles and the lingering hope that one day, this whole charade won't come crashing down around you. Alright, so you've tried your hand at being a motivational guru, but the constant pressure of maintaining your fabricated success story is giving you anxiety. It's understandable. So let's move on to something a little less emotionally demanding. Let's talk about dropshipping, but not the kind where you actually provide a decent product or service. No, we're going full-on, morally bankrupt. This is definitely going to catch up with me eventually. Dropshipping. First, find a product, and not just any product, it has to be something so niche, so utterly unnecessary that no one in their right mind would ever think to look for it, like a self-stirring soup bowl for hamsters, or a solar-powered nose hair trimmer. You get the idea. Next, set up an online store, and by setup I mean cobble together a website that looks like it was designed by a sentient GeoCities page from 1998. Remember, the goal here isn't to inspire trust, it's to make a quick buck before anyone realizes they've stumbled into the internet equivalent of a back alley knockoff emporium. Now for the pièce de résistance, marketing. And when I say marketing, I mean unleashing a torrent of misleading ads upon the unsuspecting masses. Think clickbait headlines like "This one weird trick will change your life" or "Doctors hate him. Local man discovers secret to insert outlandish claim here." Remember, the goal is to create a sense of urgency, a fear of missing out, that will compel people to click on your ad faster than you can say ethically questionable business practices. Once you've lured your unsuspecting victims to your website, it's time to seal the deal. And by seal the deal, I mean bombard them with fake testimonials, countdown timers, and limited time offers that expire never. Remember, the goal here is to create an environment of manufactured scarcity, where every second they hesitate feels like a missed opportunity to experience the life-changing benefits of whatever it is you're selling. And finally, when the inevitable complaints start rolling in about the hamster soup bowl that doesn't actually stir itself, or the solar-powered nose hair trimmer that's about as effective as a pair of rusty tweezers, just ghost them. Delete the negative reviews, ignore the emails, and move on to your next target. After all, there's a whole internet out there just waiting to be scammed, and you, my friend, are just the unethical entrepreneur to do it. Chapter 3. So, The dropshipping empire crumbled faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. But don't worry, we've all been there. Let's pivot to something even simpler, something that requires even less effort and even fewer morals. Let's talk about stealing content. But not just any content, oh no, we're talking about stealing viral content. Because why bother creating something original when you can just ride the coattails of someone else's success? Think of it like this. You're a digital parasite, latching onto the hard work of others and siphoning off their sweet, sweet internet fame. And the best part? It's incredibly easy to do. Just find a video, image, or article that's going viral, slap your own logo on it, and boom, instant content. Now you might be thinking, but John, won't people notice? To which I say, of course they will, but who cares? By the time the original creator realizes you've stolen their work and decides to take action, you'll have already squeezed every last drop of viral juice out of it. And besides, who has the time or energy to go after every single person who steals their content? It's the internet. Everyone does it. Disclaimer, please don't do this. It's wrong, and also illegal. But here's the thing. You can't just steal any old content. You need to be strategic about it. Find something that's already proven to be popular, something that's guaranteed to get clicks and shares. And don't just steal from one source, diversify your portfolio of plagiarism. Grab a funny video from Twitter, a heartwarming story from Facebook, a recipe from Pinterest, and mash it all together into a Frankenstein's monster of stolen content. And the best part, you can repeat this process ad nauseum. Once the initial wave of virality dies down, just find another piece of content to steal and start the cycle all over again. It's the circle of online theft, and it's a beautiful thing. Chapter 4. Alright, you've dabbled in motivational speaking, dipped your toes into the murky waters of dropshipping, and even tried your hand at content theft. But now it's time for the grand finale, the Mount Everest of unethical online money-making schemes, becoming a fake influencer. Now I know what you're thinking, but John, isn't the whole point of being an influencer to, actually influence people? And to that I say sure, in a perfect world, but this is the internet, my friend, where the lines between reality and carefully curated online personas are blurrier than my vision after a 3-day social media bender. The first step to becoming a fake influencer is, ironically, to convince everyone that you're not fake at all. You need to craft an online persona so meticulously crafted, so convincingly authentic, that people will believe you're living the dream, even if you're actually just subsisting on instant ramen and the crushing weight of your own lies. Start by choosing a niche. Are you a travel influencer who's constantly jet-setting around the world? A fashion influencer with an impeccable sense of style? A foodie influencer who only dines at the most exclusive restaurants? The possibilities are endless. Just make sure it's something you can fake convincingly. And by convincingly, I mean you'll need to invest in some props. Can't afford to fly to Bali for that perfect Instagram shot? No problem. Just find a local park, throw on a bikini, and pretend you're lounging on a tropical beach. Don't have the budget for designer clothes? Head down to your local thrift store and channel your inner fashion icon. And if you can't afford to eat at Michelin-star restaurants, well, there's always ramen. Once you've perfected your online persona and amassed a following of unsuspecting followers, it's time to start monetizing. Partner with brands that align with your fake lifestyle, promote products you've never used, and attend events you were only invited to because you have a decent Instagram following. And the best part? You can keep this charade going for as long as you can keep up with the lies. Just remember to delete this video before you become too successful, or you might have some explaining to do. Hit like if you learned something. Subscribe if you're still free. Comment below which of these techniques was the worst. See you in the next one, where we actually talk about real, ethical ways to get rich. Probably laughs. Cut